Okay, we're doing an unofficial hello to everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hey, let's go.
The video. All right. Okay. Mr. Rugged?
Oh, how our team is not sitting here, huh?
Thanks. Okay.
Thank you so much for having us. It means everything. To see what at TAPS we started back in 1990. It was this little group, and it blew up, getting cases everywhere. We didn't know how to help people, so we came up with the idea of creating a TAPS family, a network of groups that were their own, that kind of had the same mentality as us and the same thoughts and everything else. And it meant everything to us. And you see what it's turned into. I mean, we've got groups you guys, you're our family, and then groups all across the country and multiple other countries. And you guys are the reason it's a success. And so we owe it all to you. So I want to give you guys a big round of applause. Thank you. And on that note, Steve had something you wanted to say.
Jay, you're doing a great job. It's awesome. Back to you. Just kidding. This is really cool. Like, when we first started in the paranormal world, you couldn't get 15 people in the same room. It really wasn't. So this is awesome to see the fact that, we're all here together. And you may or may not know this, but in the 90s, I had a paranormal group called New England Paranormal. And what we're all part of now, which is the TAPS family, the story of my group was the first, like I did Jay in the 90s, and he said, hey man, we should kind of join forces. And I think like it would be cool to have a whole network. So our team is sort of the first one that started that. So it's really cool to see, and here we are, 35, well here you are 35 years later. For me, 32 years, I'm not very.
Yeah. So, I've known Steve, most people don't really, I've known Steve longer than I've known anybody. I know a lot of people saw us on the show, it was Grant and everything else, but it was Steve and me 10 years before Grant was even a part of it. So, it's been great to see what's really come of it. And just to be able to get together like this. I mean, we used to have TAPS family reunions in the past, and they were such a blast just for everybody to get together. And it's so nice, Marie and Angela and everybody who helped together. We love you, and we do. I mean, we are a big, we're the biggest thing. What the hell's going on? No, but we are. We're a big extended family. We're all there for each other, and I think that's so important, especially these days when you see all these groups fighting over territory or calling each other out online. But then we move towards the TAPS network of families, and we're all working together for the greater good. We're all trying to figure out what's truly going on. And we're not charging people because, the rich and poor, everybody has paranormal experiences. And it just means everything to me that you guys have been a part of it. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everything.
I just feel like the fact that people are willing to travel across the country to come and meet up and hang out and say hello and all get to know each other and share ideas and experiences and theories and just have a blast together is really cool.
Not me. Mine's always on the side of
That's a Godzilla movie? I heard. Whose ringtone is that? Is that from Godzilla?
It's an active 911 alarm.
It's a 911 alarm? Now I'm an asshole. Tell Amber and all her alerts, to look out. But in any case, it's really cool to see that people are willing to come in from all over the places, celebrate the paranormal, and just have a good time
thank you for being patient with us.
I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. You've been so patient. You've all been wonderful to us. You've been so kind to us. I know there was just like a lot of craziness going on trying to get you all here, and flights being delayed and whatnot, problems with rooms, but you all made it. And we're all so appreciative that you did, because this is the Taps family. There is no Taps family without any of you. So we're here to help each other. If you need something, you call us. We work together. If you need us to help you on cases, we're here together. If you want to run something through us, if we don't know the answer, we check with the pros. Yeah, so we're here for you. And we thank each and every one of you for being here, because without you, we're not here. So thank you all for coming.
So in 1866, this opens up. He had a board of directors, he had money gathered, and opens up this building. 25 to 35 children. Miss Belinda is here with her 3 children. It all goes well till about 8, and it all goes quite well. 1869, the place has a stellar reputation, one of the best of its kind. And the children are learning reading, writing, arithmetic, vocational skills, uniforms. They participate in town events. You can stay till you were 16. After that, you're an adult. Out you go. That was life back then. She leaves in 1869, Miss Belinda, because she receives a marriage proposal from a man she met once. He writes, proposes, want to get hitched. Sure. 70 plus kids now, or go get married. Her job opportunities in 1869 would be, yeah. I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Goodbye, kids. I'm leaving you here for 2 years. Not unusual. She's replaced by Mary Ridgely, and in 1873, things start to change. Mrs. Rosa Jane Carmichael, who is no known photograph of this woman, has been installed for 3 years. She doesn't exist in the history books before she came here or after she left, only while she was here from 70 to 77. She lets a little boy die, 13-year-old Robert Turner. And that was the turning point for this orphanage. After this, everything just goes downhill. She starts to abuse these children horrifically, tying them to the split rail fence, shackling them into the cellar, putting them in the dungeon, using chains on them. It's horrible. And she continues until 1876, when the town comes in 10 to 12 days after the Memorial Day parade. She didn't let the kids out. And the town was done with Rosa. They tried to come in. She pushed pretty much everyone away till it was just her and these kids by that point. And the town comes in and they're like, arrest us. And she's arrested, charged, found guilty of cruelty, assault, child endangerment, whatever you think would fit the situation. $20 fine plus court costs, now get out of town. Yep, she left and returned to here and stayed until 77 when the place is closed because Bournes didn't pay the taxes. Did Bournes do anything? No, he's summer here and used these kids as his personal servants. And when it closes in 77, the kids are placed otherwhere. Rosa, she's gone. Bournes, nothing touched him. And closed up, cleaned up next. It was a field hospital after the war as well. So you got blood, guts, body parts, and the suffering of children. Everything wrong that could go wrong is in this building with a bow and a cherry on top. Have fun with your investigation.
Hi there. My name is Dave. I'm a granddad and a dad. I have 11 grandchildren that would be about your age. Can you tell me if you are in here with me? I'm not afraid of you. You can come use my energy, come touch me. Sandy's just outside the hole. You can reach outside if you feel safer and touch her. Do you still feel emotions? Do you feel hate and anger and love? Do you miss people? Here, reach out and touch my hand.
Come join the circle, kids. Can you tell me if you were mistreated here?
Did you ever get shackled against the wall down here? For misbehaving?
Like, that really happened, the shackling? Just wanna know. Told that about a lot of institutions. I'd hate to think that that actually happened. This mean lady came in and, you know, wrote her own history with you guys. People be that mean? Tell us about it.
Do you have a name?
My name is Beth.
I'm Sean.
We're all very nice people. Most of us are mommies or daddies or grandmas or grandpas. We don't say that to make you feel bad because you didn't have that. We just tell you that so that you know you're safe with us.
Good evening, folks. Hi. My name's Chrissy. We're hitting the Jenny Wade house.
These are all original bullet holes. That's the one that's supposedly killed her.
That, and it goes into the second door inside. There is over 150 bullet holes in the side of this building, folks.
So, this is actually a duplex at the time of the battle. Jenny's sister Georgia lives on this side of the home. Catherine McLean and her 5 children live on the other half of the home. Catherine McLean and her 5 children are going to vacate completely. It's going to leave the other half of the home completely empty. We do have 2 original pieces, one being this dough tray. This is the dough tray Miss Jenny was kneading dough at. The other I will show you on the other side before I turn you guys loose. Now, Georgia had just had a baby within a week of the battle, and she was put on 10 days bed rest. That's not common back then, so she's not quite mobile. Jenny's gonna be knelt at the dough tray. Her mom's gonna be over in the corner by the fireplace baking bread. On July 3rd, a bullet will strike that door. It will hit here. It will hit Jenny in the left shoulder blade. She will be dead before she hits this floor. She is 20 years old at the time of her death, guys. Now, Mary don't realize what's going on at first because of all the noise outside. When she finally figures out her daughter is dead, she's in so much shock. She calmly tells Georgia, "Your sister is dead." Georgia is going to lose it. She's going to scream so loud that 2 Union soldiers are going to come in and see what's going on. They're going to decide we need to get this family to safety. And safety is the other side of the home. This door faces where the Confederates are. The Confederates don't know it's women and children in here. That door moves, they're opening fire. The Union does, so the door on the other side of the home is safety. On July 2nd, a 10-pound parrot shell will strike the roof of this building. It will knock the bricks and mortar in the wall between the 2 halves of the home loose, so the soldiers are able to knock out a hole big enough for the family to crawl through to the other side. Only as they start getting the family through, they realize they're missing somebody. They're going to come back down here. They will find Mary cradling her dead daughter's body here on the floor. The only way Mary is going to go, they have to wrap Jenny's body in a blanket. She watches Jenny's body get passed through the hole first, then she is willing to follow. They will be in the cellar for 18 hours. And on July 4th, in the pouring rain on Georgia's birthday, they will bury her in the family garden. A month later, she will get dug up, moved to the German Reformed Church cemetery. Everybody except for Mary from the Wade family will leave this town. Georgia and her husband will be the first to go. Georgia joins the Women's Reform Corps, and what they do is they help families in need. They raise the money for it. When they hear Jenny's story, they think Jenny deserves better. Poor Jenny's going to get dug up one more time, guys. Her final resting place, Evergreen Cemetery. Now, a quick little spiel about the cellar. Only because you may run into James when you are investigating this evening. James Wade was Jenny and Georgia's father. Not a great guy. His final fate is going to be he is going to steal a jacket he is supposed to be tailoring. He is one of the best tailors in the state of Pennsylvania. In that jacket is $300 back then. That's a ton of money, guys. He's going to spend about $40 of that money on his way to Washington, D.C. on alcohol. That is over $1,000 in our money today. He will get caught by the constable and the gentleman whose jacket it belonged to. He will be sentenced to 2 years solitary confinement in Eastern State Penitentiary. By the time he gets back to this town, he is so mentally ill, Mary Wade and the town have him committed to the almshouse, which is where he will be during the battle. But he never gets the concept his daughter is dead. Every time Mary goes to visit him, what she's going to hear, where's my Jenny? Why hasn't Jenny come to see me? I miss my Jenny. This is the last place Jenny's body was above earth. That's why we believe he is hanging out here. The cellar is typically where you will experience him specifically. So let me kind of show you up through the house real quick, then I can turn you guys loose to do your thing. So just telling everybody as they make it up the stairs, these floors are from 1842 when the home was built. This is the wall that 10-pound parrot shell is going to allow them to make a hole into. They did not make it this big, guys. We do it for the safety of people coming through here. Please be aware that brick does stick up out of the floor. I had somebody on tour one night face plant into the other room. It hurts. You don't want to do it. Shadow figure in this room. That's kind of the biggest thing for here. This room over here, shadow figures from the mirror. We get a female figure over here as well. There'll be another room there. We call that Billy's room. Little Billy is actually one of the kids from the orphanage, we do believe. And if you interact with him, he will absolutely interact with you folks this evening. I'm gonna get you down to the other side, show you the other original piece, and turn you loose.
We are upstairs in the Jenny Wade house, and Amy has her Boo Bear on the bed here where Billy likes to play, and it was just beeping. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody had a recorder going at the moment. But Billy, if you're here, can you do that again, please? Let us know that you're here. Yes, you may play with that bear. Amy brought that just so you could play with it. Billy, we would love to interact with you. Oh, and Amy has these really fun toy. Look at that. And if you, when it stops, to see how pretty that is, they're just so neat. Now, if you touch that, you can light it up again and make it do that all over again. Do you think you could do that? To the door, and she was meeting Joe at this bin.
She could have been sitting on something.
Well, supposedly she was kneeling. I'm just curious. That was the story. Maybe.
Well, that's what she said. She was kneeling.
Yeah.
At
So
the bread
if
board.
you don't mind, I'm gonna just go to the other because this does line up, but.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. If it entered in her shoulder.
Well, because it's probably not going to go straight through because it's going to alter the trajectory any door
It
hits.
entered her shoulder.
Yeah.
And lodged in her corset in the front.
Yeah.
That killed her instantly.
I was just curious on what got you guys interested in the very normal and heard that side of the story.
Never heard that.
Well, I had my own personal experience I was like 19, and honestly started trying to figure out how it was possible. Everything I read, everybody claimed everything was a ghost. Every orb and every insect I took a picture of was a ghost. And I just wanted to look for the real explanation. And I don't even know if I should give you the microphone, to be honest.
I wouldn't if I were you. With Jay, very much was an experience that set out for him to find the answer, and that path eventually led him to me. And here we are. But quite honestly, for me it was just an interest. And was always into it, was going down those roads, somebody's locked out, there he is, he's calling, he's banging on the door, just disappeared. Somebody needs him, he's got an ink remark, he must work here. They may call it, thank you, back to the cocktails. But yeah, so it's been a long time, and the point of that story is, yeah, you should have given me a microphone. Back to it. But for me, it was just a desire. That desire and love eventually led me to starting my own team. Then I started talking to Jay, and we formed a fast friendship. And thought we should work together, but we were a little too far apart. The name of the team back then was Rhode Island Paranormal. Very clever. It was awesome. That's what drew me to it, because I was on college. And we always said, we get along so well. We think the same way. We should work together. And then we made it happen. And then here we are. It was Rhode Island Paranormal. TAPS is the team, right? Rhode Island Paranormal. That's where it started. Here we are. Here we go. I'll take that question and answer it back to you.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Now everybody's got questions. Steve likes.
I don't know why my table is like, oh no. I have a young up-and-comer who is interested in paranormal, and he investigates with me. Is there any advice that you may have for those of us who have young ones? What could they do to get ready for YouTube and all the good stuff that comes with?
Honestly, it's a great question. I've got 6 kids, and all my kids investigate the paranormal. And my sons, I mean, geez, remember the twins would be investigating? Steve would show up at my house, we'd be going on an investigation, and the twins at that point were 2.5, and they'd be walking around with the lights off with flashlights. Because they were taught nothing is scary. Think of it as intriguing. And so all my kids have grown up with that understanding. It's not scary, it's intriguing. You're putting pieces of a puzzle together to try to understand the bigger picture. And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's a lot of crap out there. Everybody pushing the whole demon thing because that's a key word, and that drives me just totally bonkers. But yeah, it's not like that. It's not like some people try to make it out to for whatever their own personal reasons are. It's intriguing. It should be interesting to them. And the best tool they can ever use is common sense, because let's be honest, there's not a lot of people out there using it anymore.
How you doing? One thing that we do a lot is people will reach out to us with random videos, random photos. Hey, can you explain this to me? What advice do you have for this? What advice or what response would you give? Because we are not involved with it. We don't want to give them the wrong advice and tell them, hey, this is a ghost, this isn't a ghost. We don't want to let them down, be like, this isn't that.
First time somebody hands you a picture and asks you to analyze it, the first thing I say all the time is, you're handing me one page out of a novel. I don't know anything led up to it, anything that happened after it. I can't help you. I can tell you what I see, but that's it. So, and video, let's be honest, this day and age, it's so easy to manipulate video. I mean, there's all these freaking apps out there. And it's horrible. So, it's one of those things that I gotta be there to investigate, to give you a heads up, or give you my thoughts, you know. Show, yeah, Tom over there told you you thought a demon's there. Well, I call bullshit, but I'll have to get there and check it myself. So, yeah. You know, bottom line, when these people call you at your house, it might come across wrong, but I'm not coming here to be your friend. You called me to try to figure out a problem. You know, I'm not there to be your friend. We might become friends. You might hate me after before what I tell you, but yeah, and I got enough friends in this world, so I don't care. But so the fact of the matter is, you're there to be honest with them. You're there to try to solve what's going on. Some people, no matter what, they want to haunt it. They get pissed off if you tell them that you figured it out. Shit out loud. Should have called me in there, you know?
And it's my turn.
You're sure it's part of it.
I was wondering, some of the places I've gone, you just walk in and you can feel this tension that it's kind of a nervous, awkward tension. And other places you walk into, like, normal, you don't feel anything, you're happy, and you just sit back and relax. Do you ever run into that a lot, where you can walk in and you feel that?
And that's a great question. Honestly, I think, all right, so when it comes down to sensitive, and that doesn't even mean you're sensitive, but I think people like us, we get the ability to head out to thousands of haunted locations, all of us here. And out of 1,000, if 100 of those actually have something going on, we tend to remember how we felt in those locations. So when you walk into a place and you start getting that tingling sensation, you're feeling like something's up, and trust your gut, because you've been to 900 places that you didn't get that feeling. So why are you feeling that there? So I think that everybody has the ability to be sensitive, not in the whole psychic idea, but a little more sensitive to their surroundings. Because again, how many other people get a chance to go to 1,000 Super Bowl haunted locations and experience 100 of them in ours? So yeah, great question.
Great, here's your last one.
Okay, so, a lot of places we can go to, we bring our equipment, we're talking to the paranormal, we're asking them to reach out to us, to connect with us, using recorders and SBs and whatever else it is we're doing. But a lot of places we go to say, you're not allowed to bring Ouija boards. So I was just wondering, is there really a difference with Ouija boards? And if so, why? And do you use them and why or why not?
That's a great question. Honestly, no, Parker Brothers does not own the spirit world and Stanford goes to their board. Ouija boards, that whole design has been around since the beginning of time. They would draw things on rocks and stuff. So it's not the board that I don't like it because I don't ever want to say, communicate with me by channeling through me. I don't want that. I don't want to give something the ability to use me to channel through. I don't like that. So,
This should answer your question. But do you know why the actual Ouija board, one that you can get in boxes with fucking brothers and all that, do you know why it was invented? As a dating tool for folks back in the turn of the century, during the spiritual revolution. They started boxing Ouija boards as a way for couples, and it became a big thing. But until then, the Ouija board was not really a thing. It was just a mindset. It was a communication tool. It could be anything. This could be a Ouija board if you would put some new girls on it and do some different things and give this battery, power to it around. Doesn't matter. It was literally boxed and sold, as everyone thinks of now, for people's first dates as a way to be romantic. So, are Ouija boards real? If you want to get laid, maybe. If you're looking for ghosts, probably not. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Are you saying? What are you saying? Are you saying you really use it to communicate with the other side? I don't use it at all anymore. Some of us aren't so lucky, okay?
Because I know the challenges that I face, sorry guys, as a woman in the field, right? Now you're coming on a little bit later when there's a lot of us women that have been here for a long time. But as a woman, what have you found was a challenge for you in this field? Besides that we're short.
I know, thank you so much for being short of me. It's been, I've been doing this since the 90s, so I have my word with all of that. I'm not going to get into how I got into it because that'll take it out. But it's been difficult. It's been very difficult because a lot of people, a lot of women, you guys have been awesome, so it's nothing to do with you guys. Going to conventions or online, I have a lot of women just being extremely nasty. It's very, very nasty. I always have to think about it's not me, it's the position that I'm in. So whoever's going to be standing in this position, they're going to hate, so I just have to keep remembering that. But they do personally come up to me, say nasty things. Online, they'll say nasty things. But again, I'm an investigator. I'm not like some actress. I'm not, whatever. So I am what I am. You just have to ignore it.
Paranormal drama is so silly. It's just so silly.
And one thing, So I made sure, when we came back, we were asked to do a reboot of Ghost Hunters, and we would only do it as a team. And so I refused to do it without the rest of them. So we created Ghost Nation. And the first season of Ghost Nation was just us guys. And I fought with the network. And I literally told them, we won't do another season of the show unless I'm able to bring a female on, because this shouldn't be a male-dominated field. I mean, with viewership, we were the first paranormal show out there, and 75% of our viewership were female. And females make a huge part of this. So the fact of the matter is, you got other shows out there, which it's a freaking dick fest. It didn't need to be like that. It didn't. And I've always, from the day one on Ghost Hunters, I pushed to have just as many females on that show. As a guy who has 4 sisters and 3 daughters, I think the most important thing are females representing the things in this field. And I've said that to you, Sheriff. And so I fought tooth and nail to get women on every season, and that's why I made sure that we brought her back with us, because I think it was important for her to represent for that. She's a beautiful lady, and it has nothing to do with her how pretty she is or her physique. It's nothing about that. She investigates, and she's a real investigator. Could have casted anybody for a damn show. It's not about that. It's about keeping it real and doing it with the people who I trust, who've been there forever, who are true friends, who are real believers in the field and are looking for the answer. And I think that's the most important thing.
I'm going to write that too, but I do think it's important in this field that we stop the paranormal drama and we lift each other up.
On that note, thank you guys so much for everything. Let's take this back.
We will start with or without you. Because I'm happy to take it home. I've seen some of this stuff. Got your raffle tickets out? You rubbed them all a lot? Thank you so much to every single one of you that have donated items. As you saw on the Facebook page, we chose two charities. One is local here to Gettysburg, and then the other one is local to Idaho. So I'll be taking home. We're going to split the money in half and take it. It's a fabulous one. The 2 themes that we got at the end for suggestions both were the National Park Services and preservation stuff here in Gettysburg, and then the other one was pet rescue. And the pet rescue that we chose has a hell of a story. It's pretty awesome, actually. And so we split it between 2. And thanks to all of you, we'll be splitting $1,550 between us.
We started it today at $400 and change, and just today sold $1,000 for the tickets, so it was fantastic. You know what? The first Tops Family Reunion 2011 was the first chance I had to host this. 14 years ago, which just means now we're all a bunch of middle-aged geeks that are investigating. Being middle-aged, I don't know, like Jason, we're the same age, and I want to know how you still have a luscious brown goatee.
Genetics.
Try to short. So we'll make it go fast because we've got 23 baskets here that are fantastic. Better than any year ago. So I'm going to start obviously with Jay. Pick your own ticket. Look for a purple one, Jay. See, that's not one of yours. Then I'll call it up. You come up and pick up your prize. You can pick the next one, okay? And just keep it going nice and fast. So we have ticket number 672-476. Is that ours?